Essentially, the Validator is a tool to help everyone meet SSL compliance. So we're moving to 100% SSL ads by the end of June, and we want to make sure that everyone has the tools they need to be able to check whether their creatives are actually SSL compliant. Oftentimes, folks have fourth-party calls within their creatives that may or may not be SSL compliant, and it's difficult to determine what those calls are and which ones are not compliant. And so one of the things that we're doing is allowing you to see all of the fourth-party calls in your creative along with an indicator of whether it's SSL compliant or not. And over time, we'll be adding additional policy-related functionality to this tool, but for now, it's mainly for you to check for SSL compliance. So at a high level, you'll just take a 3-pass snippet, you'll paste it into a text box, click Scan Creative, and then the output you'll see is an indicator of whether the creative is compliant, along with all the fourth-party calls, compliance for each fourth-party call. We'll give you the size of the creative and then also a preview. Important to note that with this initial launch that we got out to everyone last week, this is not functional for video creatives or for creatives that contain Flash. Everything else will work, but we're not supporting video or Flash at this point. We will add those in over the summer. So I think we can go to the next slide. Everyone should have access. If you're within the AdXpy side UI, in the upper left-hand corner, there's a tab called Bidding, and underneath that, one of the options you'll see is called Creative Validator. So if you go to that tab, you can follow along as we go through the demo. Use your own creative if you'd like. Keep in mind that all of our ads will be requiring SSL by June 30. At this point, I think we're requiring SSL for 50% of creatives, and we'll bump that up to 100% by the end of the month. So this is very important for everyone to make sure that their creatives are actually SSL compliant. So what Asha's presenting right now is the UI I just described. So in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see bidding, and then underneath that, one of the entries is Creative Validator. There's this text box, and Asha's already pasted in a creative tag here. But if you click Scan Creative, it takes a second to load, and then this is the output you'll get. And then each of those, you can see that this creative is only partially compliant. It contains some calls which are HTTPS, but several which are not HTTPS. And you'll see those yellow triangles which indicate the non-compliant calls so that you can track down exactly what is in this creative which is causing you to fail SSL compliance. If you use a tag that contains Flash in it, you'll see a blue triangle instead of a yellow triangle, and we'll just flag anything that contains Flash. We haven't yet rolled out functionality to be able to tell you whether or not the Flash call is SSL compliant, but we'll tell you if it is containing Flash. Video tags we're not supporting at this moment. We'll add that support in later on during the summer. Underneath the list of fourth-party calls, you'll see there's an indication of the size. This creative is 160 by 600, and then there's creative preview. For this particular test, we didn't want to show an actual creative with any buyer's creative, so it's a blank ad. But if you were to use this tool with your own creative, you'll see an actual preview of the creative shown here. So it's relatively simple, but aimed at helping everyone achieve SSL compliance. Check it out, and definitely provide us with any feedback.
For more training videos and resources, please visit the AdExchange Buyer Academy on our Help Center via the case-sensitive link displayed here. Thanks for watching.